Friday is pizza night, so today I need to make dough. This process takes about 10 minutes. Sorry about the voice, I'm freaking sick. You want this water to be scalding hot because this bowl is cold and has a lot of mass. You want to make a nice comfy environment for your yeast to do their thing. Warm sugar water is where it's at for those guys. I don't typically measure anything, but this is probably about 3 cups of water. And I stirred in about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then I drop in about 1/3 of a tablespoon of yeast. Some people will wait and test whether this yeast is good, but I just assume it's fine. Try and get the air out of this bag before you put it back in the fridge. This stuff is probably good for about 3 months or maybe 6. I'm going to put a little bit less than 2 tablespoons of salt into this separate cup with water. I'll add this to the mix after I've already started stirring in the flour, which I'll do now. This is another thing that I'm not really measuring. I'll just keep stirring it in until it feels like dough. For 3 cups of water, this might take 6 or 7 cups of flour. Everyone talks about how scientific you have to be with dough. That's not really my experience. Here I'm just dumping in that salt. Once it gets really hard to stir with a spoon, you're going to dump in some olive oil, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons. Throw in 1 more half scoop of flour. Then we're going to dump this on the counter and start kneading it for 5 minutes or so.
Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
I'll speed this part up for you. You basically just want to stretch it, fold it, and press it over and over. Keep a lot of flour on your hands, but don't deliberately dump any more into the dough. Once the 5 minutes is up, we'll break this into 4 pieces. 3 should be about the size of a baseball for the pizza. Whatever's left we'll just make into bread or something. This is a good way to test whether the dough worked out, or whether you're better off running to the store to buy some pre-made dough. That's never happened though, so this is kind of just a habit at this point. Now go around and fold each of these into a ball. We're just going to fold it from the outside in, and then flip it over and let it sit on that side. These things don't have to be perfect, you just want it to kind of be in a ball shape. Next we'll get a Tupperware and put some oil in it. Cover the outside of each ball with oil, and then drop it into the Tupperware. Put the excess onto a pan with foil on it. Spray it with butter. Just kind of make it into what looks like a loaf. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but keep spraying it with butter and it'll all work out. Set the oven for like 170 and just leave it on for 1 minute. Clean up all the flour you dropped on the floor. We're just going to leave this in a slightly warm oven to let it rise. The dough balls for the pizza are done. Just put the lids on and throw it in the fridge. Actually, I think I'm going to throw a damp paper towel on this bread as it rises. Leave these in here for 24 to 48 hours before you cook them. Oh, you idiot. Okay, so we won't do that again. Peel this thing off and roll it back into a ball. More butter. And we'll just let this thing rise again. There we go. Just leave it in there and crank it up to 425. And in 20 minutes, you'll have delicious bread. You'll be surprised how good it tastes when you do this for the first time. It doesn't taste anything like what you get in the store.
Oh,
Yeah, open the oven.
is this done?
Not yet.
Let's see.
Thanks for watching.